Hey, this is Sophie. I hope that Alan gets to. Oh my gosh. I hope that you guys get to see this video and Alan gets to join me. Okay, so let's see. Bring Alan on camera. Oh my king. Okay, it's looking funny. I hear you.
Hello.
Yes! We are doing this! Oh my
We
lord.
did it. Woohoo.
This is so crazy for me. Um, I actually never did it this way. I used to use Zoom. So, hi, Alan.
Hello.
I love this. Is very orgasmic for me. I get to play with technology. How fun is that, right?
How fun is it? How does it get any better?
How does it? Okay, hold on. You're gonna see my ceiling for a second. Okay, there. Can you hear me well?
I can hear you well.
Awesome, awesome. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, actually. Yeah. I'm enjoying the snow. It's
That's
really,
right.
yeah, it is. It's like the energy. Like if you're talking about the energy of joy and the energy of living, like being out in the
Uh-huh.
snow today, it was just like the contribution it was to my body. It was just so much fun. Yeah, I love the snow, and I know not everybody does, but like when it's like it is today, and it's just kissing your body as it falls, it's just so yummy.
So I wanna share a little story about that. So I talked to you, Alan, about this class that we're gonna do at the end of March in London, living your life as a never-ending orgasm. And from there on, because of our conversation, I started really looking at everything that I wanted to have more of in my life that I was not asking for.
Mm.
And I was going to Geneva to facilitate foundation in Geneva. And for some reason in my head, I had expected Geneva to be covered in snow. And when I get there, there was no snow, not in the town, right? So here I am asking, oh, what will it take for snow? Will it take for snow? And we actually got some beautiful, gentle snow falling down, and I was super excited. I filmed it and everything. My friend was like, "Oh my gosh, you come in town and it snows!" Like, it was really cool. And then I had no idea what was going on in Paris. I had no idea there was a snowstorm in Paris. When we landed in Paris, it was covered like white all over. I have never seen so much snow ever in Paris. And it was unbelievable. The whole time was stuck. And I'm like, okay, so living my life as the never ending orgasm really means that when I think I got what I wanted, I actually get a lot more right around the corner because I'm already acknowledging what I asked for and I received it.
Mm.
And now the universe is able to give me even more. So that was so awesome for me. And I'm totally aware that because of this conversation that we are having, now more things are showing up in ways that I would never expect, right? It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Very much so. It's really interesting that, since we started kind of creating this class and you asked me to host you, which I'm really delighted about, I've actually joined, it was really somebody else, my friend Milica Jelenic in Canada is doing 21 days of this kind of sexual magicism, and it's all about kind of
Nice.
using, yeah, right, and it's all about using that orgasmic kind of sexual energy to create more of what you desire in your life. So
Yeah.
clearly, like my body's kind of really turned on by the whole thing, and it's like, okay, so what if it's not wrong to desire more? That's what really
Yes.
popped to me about this class, because we're
Yes.
so much made wrong for desiring more, just and more of what we love, more fun, more ease, more magic, more of everything that lights us up.
Yeah, and I want to ask you a question because I saw that you posted, you broke the rules somehow in the last 24 hours, which I'm
Yeah,
not surprised because you're a rule breaker.
yeah.
But look at this, like how much is the word orgasm not like not okay in some circles, or if you said it has to be in a joke or it has to be, it's weird, all of that, right? So when you're breaking the rules, also maybe you are living a life as an orgasm, right? Because you're going further than what people expect.
Absolutely. And, I think for me, it's a case of, look, I'm just going to do what I'm going to do because it's fun for me. And, if you want to stand telling me I'm bad and wrong, then that's okay.
Yeah.
And, it's really funny because I did actually say to somebody once, what would your life be like if your life was like a never-ending orgasm? And she just looked at me and I think I'd be exhausted. Like, is that really true?
No. So we can talk about that. And there are two ways of doing orgasm in life. Yeah. So there is the way of this reality, which is that you're going to go for a finish, right?
Yeah.
So most people think the orgasm, whether it's male or female, it's like the epitome, but it's the end. It's the result that you're going toward. Well, so that's this reality. But what is possible with orgasm is a lot greater than that. And I'm so grateful to Gary Douglas, because in the book, now I'm going to say, I cannot remember which book it was, but there's a book where he talks about orgasm. So probably sex is a 4-letter word. Sex is a 4-letter word, but relationship isn't, or something like this.
I think sex is not a 4-letter word or something.
Not a 4-letter word.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So in that book, in the beginning, he talks about how when you're about to have an orgasm, if you expand it, it will become greater, right? So I was in foundation class with him and a whole bunch of people, and I told him out loud, I said, I've been practicing this, and it's incredible how much greater it gets. And he had me repeat it over and over because he wanted everyone to hear it. And this is the idea, is that when we don't go for the end, we actually get so much more energy from that orgasmic energy. We get so much more that we just want to keep going and going and going. It does not end. And we actually don't even need to sleep anymore. We don't need to rest anymore, because it's self-sustaining and it grows and it gets better and better. And that's what I would like people to have. I know, since I've been doing Access and using the tools of Access, it's amazing how much my life has expanded. A quick little story. I had a job when I started being a facilitator. I had a job. I was working at a university. And one day I was just done with the job. For no reason, I just quit, right? Within 30 days, I was making 3 times the amount of money that I was making at the university, which I've never heard of before. So it was being the tools, using the tools so much that it grew every single area of my life. I mean, it was unbelievable. And, Dane the other day called me crazy when I said, I don't understand, because I had an easy divorce. And he's like, Sophie, you're crazy. You're weird. Like, even Dane called me weird. Because there's nothing that cannot be great. Nothing that cannot be great in your life. Absolutely nothing. Even if you're going through divorce, if you're going through loss or grief or anything, everything can be great. And I'm so excited for this conversation. So excited.
Me too. And I get there is, it's interesting how we use that whole kind of orgasmic energy. Malizia was saying, it was really fascinating, and I hope I'm kind of not giving too much away of her class here, but it's like, rather than, like, she's saying, when you're doing an energy pull, what if you gift people the energy of orgasm as you're kind of doing the pull? It's like, who would you rather go to a class of? Someone who's trying to pull you into it, or someone who's willing to gift you orgasmic creative energy and like a gift, right? There is just like, there's so much more of an invitation, rather than going, come to my class, like going, hey, look, have an orgasm. Have some of this energy, this kind of really delicious, yummy, that lights your body up energy. And if you want more of that, come and play.
Exactly. And we picked a really beautiful apartment that has a lot of artwork in it. And that was on purpose, because I want people to see that orgasmic energy is everywhere. It's in art, it's in, books, it's also in the government rulings. So have you noticed how when the government creates something that will support the people, it actually has that orgasmic energy. And you can tell, like, you don't even know what the ruling is, but you can tell whether it's going to create more or not for the people if it has that orgasmic energy. I love what you said about gifting to people. I mean, I think I do it, like I do a lot of free content because I love giving things to people. And yesterday I did a Zoom on receiving the greatness of you. And it was so funny because people really wanted to talk about receiving. They were all about that, but talking about the greatness of you, not so much, right? And I kept bringing them back to this. I'm like, okay, what if we were now talking about how great you are? And eventually I got them there, but it was so fun. And by the way, that video, if you want to watch it, it's on my YouTube channel. It's available on the YouTube channel. So, you know, go watch this because you'll see how easy it is to talk about, oh, I'll receive, but totally avoid how wonderful, great, and brilliant you are. And I hope that in everything that I do, I hope you guys get this, that I think you're the most brilliant person ever. So that's a very yummy energy.
It kind of is. And I know, you know, even, you know, and I've been using the tools myself for about 5 years, and I'm aware of how much of me I'm still not willing to receive. You know, that was another exercise we were playing with. And so, you know, this is again what kind of really lights me up. You know, how can we receive kind of the creative energy of the universe, that kind of orgasmic energy, if we're not willing to receive it from ourselves? How can we really have our own back if we're not willing to receive us? And if we're not willing to receive us, then how can we receive people who are willing to receive us?
Oh, so, wow.
Yeah, right? Because we like, oh my God, you're willing to receive me. I have to push you away. And I'm aware of how much I do that myself. So that you know, that's for me is like, let's change that. Because how can I even think about contributing to the world if I'm not willing to receive me?
You know, no, it doesn't work like that.
No, right?
It does. You can go ahead. I'll give you whatever you want, but don't worry about me.
Yeah, right. But we're taught
that's
that.
No fun.
That's just so. It's like, what can I give you? What can I give you? What can I give you? Oh no, I don't want anything. What can I give you? And then we run ourselves into the ground. And people go, do you know what? I can't be around you anymore because your energy of you're not willing to receive you is so draining. When
yes, exactly. Yeah. So I also want to say, I'm French, and when living in America as a French person, it was very interesting because there was a lot of expectation from me to know a lot about sex. And when and the truth was, for a long time I didn't. Now, of course, life has given me some very interesting situations where I learned a lot about sex, not just through my experience, but because I had family members from my previous marriage who actually were teaching the techniques of sex. And so I got to learn a lot more than I actually wanted to learn. And I want to say that I've had a lot of women and men actually come to me and ask me information about sex and orgasm. The topic of the class, even though it does say living your life as the never-ending orgasm, is not necessarily sex and you know, sexuality. However, because this is about your life, and your life includes sex and relationships, we will definitely include that in the conversation. But it is not just that, and it's certainly not focused on the sexuality, the copulation, even though that's part of it. So I just wanted to clarify for people in case that's a question people wonder about. It's not just that; it's a whole lot more.
And that's kind of where I was going to go next, Sophie. So if people were looking at this class, because there is like a really juicy energy about it, what is it that they would be coming to? What is it they would be looking at changing or creating?
It is actually a creation class, but it's a class about creating your life. And there is, So the first part of the class is going to be about kind of clearing, sweeping all the places where you may be judging yourself, or you don't think you can have as much as what you ask for, all of that, right? So we're definitely going to take care of that first, so that we have a blank canvas to play with. And then I would say the middle of the class, the core of the class too, I have this exercise that I do with my private clients when they want to get reconnected to their bodies. And it's an exercise where you get to perceive how playing with the energy with your body is very orgasmic, does not require copulation, does not require any of that, and can generate and create so much more than you've ever considered. So I call it the never-ending orgasm exercise, and we get to do that in the middle. And then we get to play with everything that we want to create in our life, but in going further than everything we've asked for so far. So let's say you've asked to make $10,000 a month, then now we're going to ask to make $100,000 a month, or more, or change the world, or like whatever it is that really gets you, oh my gosh, I want that. And I want to also share that the first time I did an advanced class with Gary Douglas, I was really, really sick. So I was completely asleep in my chair. And he was talking, and suddenly I heard him say, what did he say? He said, create $100 million. And I woke up, it woke my body up, really. And I was like, that's why I never cared about creating money, because I was creating too little. Now, $100 million, okay, that's exciting to me. $1 million was not exciting to me. So I was not creating much money because I had not chosen big enough. So this is really going to be about how big can you go and how much more of an impact can you have in the world by going as big as you could be going. And we're actually going to put in practice. So I've asked you, places where we could have restaurants and shops. So we're going to get out. We're going to go, practice with people around us and really put this in practice. Whatever it is you ask for, you're going to get to experience it in the class.
Cool. I love that. I love that about kind of really tapping into the hugeness of what we desire, rather than kind of always playing it small in case somebody judges us, or what if someone tells me I'm wrong. But and I really get that, where we're not asking big enough. Does it turn the body on? No. And does the body want just kind of a orgasm, or does it want a yes kind of, that there's a difference between the two energies. Like, does the body just want to go I don't get that.
And okay, so this is interesting. This class is for anybody. You actually don't need to have taken any other Access Consciousness class, right? And what I realize is a lot of other modalities out there don't necessarily include the body. We're really going to include the body here, because if you're on this planet with this body, it means that you actually are choosing to have an embodied experience, and not just a mental, not just an emotional or spiritual experience. So if you know anyone who would like to have more in their life and knows nothing about Access, this actually may be a good way for them to get started, because they will start to experience that yummy energy in their lives right now. And it's very easy to forget about the body, or to think the body is less than us. Really, this is going to be about creating with the body. Okay, so there will be massage tables if you want to run bars, if you want to exchange body processes during the class. That's totally cool. Let's do that. And what else does your body want? What else does your body want?
Yeah, I mean,
it sounds good, right?
It does sound good. And we've still got another 3 weeks before it goes live. It's like, oh my God, can I wait that long? Can I wait that long?
Yeah, it's going to be really fun, really fun. If anybody has questions, you can message me on Facebook or send me a message at sophie.mihalko@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. There's also a website, neverendingorgasm.com. And now the class is also live on the Access Consciousness website. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
And so we can do this. And but otherwise, just sign up.
Absolutely, come and play. But
Just
we'll
sign
put
up,
some.
just play.
Yeah, we'll put some links underneath so that you've got them. So yeah.
I want you there. I want you there. All right. Yeah. Well, Alan, thank you so much for chatting today. It was lovely to talk to you. And sorry for all the technical difficulties, but we finally did it.
Just a good build-up to the orgasm. That's all it was. It was just a bit of foreplay.
Ooh, I like that. See? You are the perfect host, my friend, the perfect host. Okay. Well, you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Sophie. Take care,
Bye.
everyone. Bye-bye.